The point of every poultry farmer is to achieve uniform body weight and growth in chicken in his poultry farm. Most importantly, the main objective of all poultry farmers is to produce high quality birds, either day-old chicks, broiler for meat production, layers for egg production. Customers are always very excited each time they see healthy looking birds, particularly with uniform body weight and growth weight. Achieving uniform body weight and growth weight are some of the most important factors that would single you out as a good, experienced and successful poultry farmer. In today's video, I will give you 5 easy ways to approach and solve this problem for good and bring back uniform growth in your broiler chicken. Before the end of this video, you are going to have an idea of how to handle the problem of having some birds that are bigger than others. But before we get into this amazing topic, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell notification so that you get notified whenever we post a new video in this channel. In order to have uniform body weight and growth, it is very important that each baby chick from day one have access to quality feed and clean drinking water. Many feeders should be provided so that all birds will have a bite of all the nutrients at the same time. This would ensure that there is no problem with selective feeding. And this selective feeding is a situation whereby some chicks will constantly be picking a particular component or nutrient to the detriment of other poultry birds, and this is more reason why some poultry experts have a special preference for crumbs and the powderized feed, because all the ingredients are caked together compared to mesh, especially for the growing birds. The second important point is the breeding. The breeding is very important stage in chicken life, and getting it right or wrong will determine the type of future your baby chicks are going to have, whether they are going to have uniform body weight and growth weight, or an uneven weight or growth. During the breeding period, number one thing to consider is about the heating. Lack of even heating in the brooder can make those chicks that cannot access heat to be cold, and chicks cannot be able to control their body temperature, and this coldness will bring about low feed intake, and hence this will cause a derived growth in the beds. Other ways to solve this problem is to make sure that the charcoal pot is placed so that it can be able to record the average temperature of the whole brooder house. Another thing is that if the brooder house is big, then you have to provide more heaters and place them strategically so that they can be able to evenly distribute heat in the brooder house. The second thing in the breeding period is about the lighting. If the light does not reach some of the parts of the brooder, then those chicks that will be at the far ends where there is darkness, they won't see the food properly and will have to wait for the morning so that they can be able to eat well. While those that are exposed to enough light, they will be able to see the feeds properly and eat. And if this happens over the days, then you'll find out that some chicks will be eating more than others, and this will make some chicks grow than the others. The solution to this is that you must have enough light bulbs evenly distributed throughout the brooder house. Make sure that the right bulbs are hanging at the right distance, and they are usually hanged at about 1 meter from the ground, and this helps the chicks to see the feeds properly. The other way to solve this problem of lack of uniformity in growth is through sorting, and we have two types of sorting. We have sorting by sex and sorting by weight. Sorting by sex is by separating the males from the females at around 3 weeks, because the males are stronger and they grow faster than the females. And then sorting by weight is sorting by the bigger ones, the bigger broilers. They are set apart from the weaker broilers, and what this does is that this lowers competition for feed and water, therefore helping them to achieve uniform growth, because the males will be able to compete with the fellow males, and the females will be able to compete with the fellow females. And what happens is that it reduces competition, and this helps to bring uniformity in the growth of birds. That we are going to look out for is disease. When a disease affects your flock, it will not affect all the birds. It will start by affecting maybe the weaker birds in your flock. And what happens is that the bird that have been affected won't eat as much, and they won't drink as much water because the feed intake and the digestibility and all the feed efficiency will be decreased. And what happens is that the bird that is not affected will continue eating. Therefore, the bird that was affected will have a suppressed growth. So what we are supposed to do is that you should isolate those birds that have been infected and then treat them as quick as possible so that they can be able to catch up with the other birds. Otherwise, if you leave them for some time, you'll find out that they will spread, like the disease will spread to other birds.